Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. As you can tell, my name is Jason and I will be introducing today's video. So I'm going to try and keep this a little bit shorter as I go through the usual spiel that most of you guys are fairly familiar with. Guys, if you have any strategies, anything you would like us to film, any suggestions, any ideas, questions, please email us at sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. We haven't gotten a strategy sent to us in a few weeks, so I love shooting these videos for you guys. Please send them to us. And of course, our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are enjoying the how to deal, the full dice, full craps instructional videos that we are putting out for you guys, the whole course. Putting them out 2 a week, so I hope you guys are enjoying them. If anybody's interested, just check the description down below. And otherwise, what I want to say is we have live streams. Live streams are coming very soon. The equipment is in the mail, it is on the way. So I don't want to take up too much time here. There is going to be a lot of information about the live stream, how to sign up, how to join us on our craps tournaments or anything else. Just check the end of the video. Even if you don't watch the full video, skip over to the end. At the end of the video, I'm going to have a discussion on a lot more detail on the live streams. I'm going to put that in the next couple weeks worth of videos. So please keep an eye, guys. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. So for today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the Iron Cross. The Iron Cross is one of the most popular strategies out there, and I blame, well, exactly where you are right now. I blame YouTube for that. People watch a lot of YouTube videos, of course, and the Iron Cross got really big for a while, and it's kind of became one of the ones that people talked about the most. And it's got some pluses to it. One of the biggest pluses is its simplicity. People come up with all these super elaborate strategies. After the first hit, I'm going to do this. After the first hit, I'm going to regress to this, or move to this, or press this, or take this bet down and move it over to this spot. And then after this hit, I'm going to take this down. And they have all these super, super complex strategies. And yet in the long run, even in the short term oftentimes, once we actually examine these strategies based on likelihood of rolls, or just when we see these strategies in action, they are typically, almost 100% of the time, outperformed by the simple strategies. The thing is, the simple strategies are what works, and the most popular strategies are what works. The Iron Cross is extremely popular because of its simplicity, and it appeals to people that have this idea that every single number they hit on, they get paid on. They're unable to actually do the analysis to realize that they could be getting paid more playing other strategies for most rolls. Now, of course, it's all going to depend upon the roll. Is it 0.7 out? Is it 2 numbers and then a 7 out? Does it break the statistical likelihood and have a number repeat? So on and so forth. The average rolls are going to be less than 6 rolls. That's just going to be average. That's the statistical likelihood. But the entire reason we play craps is we're hoping for that roll that breaks the statistics. We're looking for numbers that repeat more often than they should. And a lot of these strategies, especially the super complex ones, they end up getting outperformed at that point. People seem to think that just because they have a strategy that let them play for 4 hours before they lost all their money versus a strategy that they were broke within an hour, that the 4-hour strategy was better. Not necessarily. I mean, the table was cold for a long period of time, so it took longer, so every strategy lost. But in a 4-hour period, there had to be at least one good roll, and if you still ended up losing all your money, it's because your strategy basically sucked. You don't want to look at, can I survive on short rolls? You want to look at, what do I actually win on a good roll? And that's where the Iron Cross starts to display some of its weaknesses. The classic Iron Cross of 2 units or 3 units on the 5, 6, and 8, and then 2 units in the field, that's assuming a $10 minimum bet table. If you were looking at, say, a quarter table, then your minimum bet in the field is going to be $25, in which case you need to do at least 25, 30, 30 at the bare minimum. I might even do 30, 36, 36, just to make sure that I'm still getting paid a little bit. Now, this whole I get paid every single roll, yes and no. I mean, you're getting paid every single roll, but you're getting paid a very measly amount on the most common numbers to hit. And if they hit more than once, multiple times, almost every other strategy is going to end up paying it better. Now, there are some variations you can do with the Iron Cross, and that's what I want to discuss here. Some of the variations you can do with the Iron Cross. So we're going to look at the 3 unit. We're going to assume it's a $10 minimum bet table because, again, all you have to do is scale it up if you're at a $25 minimum bet table. So we're going to go ahead and set up our 2 iron crosses. Now, once again, I want to repeat, what is it you are trying to do? Are you trying to not lose? Are you just same betting because you're getting paid every single number? So you're just trying not to lose for as long a period of time as possible? Or are you trying to go for a win if there's a good roll? Because that's going to dictate how you play your strategy. If every number hits once, or at least let's say just the numbers up here, the 4 through the 10. If they hit once each, then 4, 9, and 10 get paid on this iron cross. Then it's going to make $11 per number here, so it would make another $33. So the classic iron cross would end up making about $63. Whereas if you use your iron cross to expand yourself out, you're going to make a whole lot less. Let's look at the 4, 9, 10. Let's say the 4, 9, 10 hit. Okay, so the 4, 9, 10 hit. And you use your field to expand out. Or you could have used the other numbers as they hit to expand out. Now the thing is, once you have hit that expansion, you're not going to be betting this anymore. Now, when these hit, again, since you're expanding it out, you're also probably now looking at maybe a little mid-press thing going on here. So if the 5 were to hit, well, it pays $21. Let's say you just pressed it 1 unit. So you're not collecting quite as much. Now say a 6 hits and you decide to just press it 1 unit. And then an 8 hits. And again, you just press it 1 unit. This made less money. It made less money. This makes $56, and that's including taking back your $10 field bet, so it made $46. This would make $46 if every number hit once, right? And if you don't do anything, it would make 63. Now, of course, this changes. Maybe the 6 and 8 hit. So instead, you went ahead and just placed the 4 and 9 with your $21, or maybe just placed the 4 with your $10 that you, and then $10 to replace your field bet, and then you took a $1 change. So it definitely makes a difference. So on the super short rolls, the iron cross, the classic iron cross, is going to lose less. But here's the thing: it's still losing. It's just going to lose less. But if you have repeaters, now is when an expanded out iron cross coupled with a mid press or power press system, or even just a press 1 unit system, because again, that's a very underrated but powerful strategy, will start to really, really shine. So again, the shorter rolls, the classic iron cross is just trying not to lose as much. That's all it is. It's not trying to win. The classic iron cross is really not trying to win. It's just trying not to lose as much as fast. It's more of a, I'm going to play for as long as I can before I'm broke. There is almost zero consideration for, I'm going to play until I win. Whereas if you're expanding it out, now it's a little bit different. So let's take a look and see, with each one of these hitting a second time. If they hit a second time, now we're ignoring the 2, 3, 11, 12. They may not hit. They have very low likelihood of hitting. And of course, it does make a little bit of a difference. Figure you can just add another $30 to the classic iron cross if that's what you want to think of. 30 to $50, up to you. So the 4, 9, and 10, if each one of those hit, the classic iron cross would get paid $10 each time. Now, what about the pressing it 1 unit or mid-press, whatever you want to do? I'm going to stick with the press 1 unit. What about if that one hit? Well, if we're going to press this one up 1 unit on the 4, now the 9 hits, we'll pay it 15 for 1, press it 1 unit, there we go. Now what about the 10? Pay it 20 for a buck, press it 1 unit, there we go. Now let's look at the 5, 6, and 8. So the classic iron cross gets paid $11 per hit. Okay? So it's going to get paid $33 for the 3 hits. So it will do 35 for 2. Swap these out. Now, what about the pressing at 1 unit? Well, the pressing at 1 unit, we'll do 30 for 2 here. Presses up 1 unit. Presses it up 1 unit. And presses it up 1 unit. Now let's take a look. $160 just pressing at 1 unit. And that's just with one additional number, with each number hitting one additional time. So this is a pretty decent roll. This would probably be a 10 to 12 minute roll. But most 10 to 12 minute rolls, what you actually have is you have 1 or 2 numbers that hit 3 or 4 times, which would favor the pressing at 1 unit even more. The thing about the Iron Cross is it's really only designed, it's designed one of 2 ways. It's either designed to be the ultimate grinder where you don't really do anything, you just sit there and same bet and stare at your very slowly expanding pile of money or your very slowly decreasing pile of money. Whereas if you expand it out, now you're actually trying to go for a win, and it doesn't take long before you're winning more money. It doesn't take long at all. And as these rolls continue to progress, your bet can get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you make more and more and more and more money. I actually know a player that plays a strategy like this. He plays the Iron Cross, but he uses his field bet or his 5, 6, 8 to slowly give himself the 4, the 9, and the 10. Once he has those bets, he stops doing the field. He may do a horn bet or a horn high yo. It's only $4 or $5, up to you. Just so he doesn't miss out on the 2, 3, 11, 12. But as one of our viewers pointed out, he kept track one time and doing that exact same thing and discovered that what he was losing far outweighed what he actually made on the horn bets. They just don't hit often enough to bet him every single roll. And then this player will just slowly expand things out and start pressing things up mid-press. I've seen him buy in for a couple $100 and color up $3,000 or $4,000 when he catches a good roll. I've never seen a classic Iron Cross that just leaves just same bets and sticks with the Iron Cross. Ever seen them color up a few thousand, even 400 or 500 of a win. Never seen it happen. Especially the ones that do the improper Iron Cross and do 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units. So I hope you guys find this interesting, enlightening, just plain fun. Thank you for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now. Okay guys, so as I promised at the end of the videos, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the live stream and how it's going to work. So the first thing is, if you're interested in being one of the players for our craps tournaments, which is we're going to have every single week, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. I need the email addresses and want to know who is interested so that we can get it set up and we can select it. I'm going to have the first round is going to be 16 players. There'll be 4 players per week. The 5th week is going to be the 4 champions from the previous weeks to get an ultimate champion. I haven't decided yet what the prize will be. Maybe I'll see if I can pick up another one of these lights. But we'll have some sort of prize for our champion. So please, if you're interested, email us. I want to pick the first 8 players, the first 2 weeks worth of players, so that we'll have the first 4 ready for the first week, and the other 4 will be kind of backup, just in case somebody has connection issues or something comes up and they're not able to play that week. Then I've got the other players on standby, so I can just bump one of them up or maybe shift the first person down or something along those lines. The main tournament is going to be Thursdays at 6 o'clock my time, Las Vegas time, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time. And it's the way it's going to work is it's going to be a time thing. I'm going to do the live stream for an hour. I'm going to do the game for an hour, rather. And it might work out to about 30 rolls, might work out to about 40 rolls. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to be time. It's going to be an hour. Instead of the craps tournaments that they do down on the strip where it's 30 rolls, we're going to do an hour. So I want to make sure I have a finite time limit for this to start with, and then we will go from there. I'm going to find a way, either a Discord or a Zoom or a private chat room, some way for the players to be logged into something where I can communicate with them on my second computer so that they can tell me what their bets are, what they want to bet, what they want to press when something hits, without me having to scroll through the full chat of the live stream itself. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on that. And if we have enough people watching and chatting, it could be difficult to keep an eye. So I have to figure that part out. Another reason I need the emails, so I can communicate back and forth with the potential players. So if you're interested, again, please email me. Eventually, just pretty much everybody's going to have an opportunity to be in on these things because we're going to do multiple ones. I'm also looking at probably doing a second craps tournament, maybe late Wednesday nights, possibly, I'm not sure, where I'm going to do it a little bit different. The second one is going to be, instead of 1 hour and then whoever's got the most chips is the winner, because those craps tournaments tend to have really weird strategies. They're not normal strategies that you'd see in normal play, because you're competing against other players and you just want to make sure you have more chips than them by the end. What I'm going to do with the second tournament is, instead of a weekly winner, we're going to play for an hour, and then I'll keep track of how much money people still have on there, or how many chips they still have. And then the next week, same players are going to keep going. Basically, this game will go until the bankrolls end, until we have one person with money left, or chips left. Again, there's no money involved in this. So once we have one final winner, so people will drop out as their play money bankrolls expire, as they run out of chips. So that one, I'm guessing we'll see some more normal strategies, the kind of things people actually play when they're actually playing craps. And then eventually we're going to add baccarat, pai gow, 3-card poker, blackjack, of course, to these tournaments. Whatever we can, to these live streams and live stream tournaments, whatever we can, when we can, as best we can. We're going to have to figure it out as we go. We have a lot of time constraints between me working full-time plus a child. But we're going to do the best we can. We're very, very excited to have this going. And we also will try and pick a day or time where I can do a patron exclusive tournament or two. We'll see. We'll see how many of our patrons are interested, and see if we can't get that going as well, where it's only on the patron site. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Please, if you're interested in playing in one of the tournaments or partaking in our live streams, aside from just the chat, obviously it's a live stream. Please watch, chat with us, let us know how it's going or what you think, and otherwise, please, again, email us, sincitylivinglv@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Any suggestions, please hit us up. Thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.